What's up YouTube, COD4Man221 here, and welcome back to Season 5 for Company of Heroes 2. We have a wonderful episode here for you guys. It is, you can't see me moving my hands, but it's a 2-4-1. The first match we're going to be doing is Crossing on the Woods with Max, who is rocking, let's share the player list here, the UA clan tag. If you're part of United Allies in our Steam group, please put the clan tag on. Did a little announcement about that. That'd be kind of nice to basically show some kind of support. Anyway, so I'm playing as the United States, and Max is playing as the British. Probably I think he's pretty much, this is the best faction he's good with. I think I have some strengths too. Certain factions I play better than others. The U.S., I actually got pretty weak with the U.S. I had to change my play style. I used to just go straight for Lieutenant, and then right to Major. And the game has changed, right? The multiplayer has evolved from day one. So we really have to do with the United States is go for Lieutenant, then get a Captain, and then go for the Major. You can't skip that step there because it's important you have the Captain. I mean, if you're going to skip, you might as well skip the Lieutenant because the Captain is very important. This will help take out Luke's and other German light armor. Anyway, so let's talk about the battle plan here. So the battle plan is I'm gonna be holding this right side here. Max is gonna basically try to hold along the munitions here, and he's also going to hold the victory point. I told Max to basically put his machine gun in this house here. This will provide great cover fire for his troops here. And you can see those guys are trying to repair in negative cover. And the Vickers should kill that Kupelwagen if he's not careful, but he's at least forced to pull back there. So that was a large part of the OKW's army. Meanwhile, take a look at this. He moves his machine gun very aggressively out. My opponent, Master T, is going to be using a lot of support weapons here. So he's going to go right after my rifle, and I'm going to get them out of sight, out of mind. And we're going to outflank him with the rear echelon, who don't do a whole lot of damage, but it's at least going to force him back here. Actually, up close to their carbines, they're doing quite a lot of damage. As it turns, I'm just going to move around him like barely to his side here. So if he's not careful, he will lose his support. You know, his MG there. Another MG is killing me here, but we have managed to kill one of these guys. So once again, another machine gun here. I can outflank, which I'm going to do. These guys are just, you know, they're in some cover here, so they're not going to be hurt too badly. But I'm at least try to push them back here, which we're going to accomplish. So another MG force back just by outflanking with these simple early units. He's going to build a bunker. Way too close to build this with enemy units around here. So I'm actually just going to shoot directly at the bunker, and just the rifles alone will destroy it. So he's going to have to fall back with these pioneers here, and he has two machine guns. No grenadiers whatsoever for my opponent. Anyway, Max is in the center here. He is using the sandbags. Now, the only issue I have with this is he's basically given the OKW. Oh, that was brutal. He's giving the OKW cover from our troops here, so it's a little concerning. Other than that, Max is trying to lock down this left side, which he has not even connected up here. Kind of surprised from the OKW. That is their fuel, after all. Actually, the OKW have all their forces in the center now. And I have a third rifleman squad. I'm using it's called, yes, Heavy Cavalry Company, tongue-tied there, and it gives us rifleman defenses, rangers, combined arms, and the Pershing heavy tank. And I also have the bulletin on that I actually bought with the credits you can actually get in this game. I bought the Tiger Grass, which is 4% increased armor penetration. Anyway, you can see what I'm talking about. They have heavy cover now. Now, the OKW can build sandbags too. So we're going to actually start just taking shots at these guys. And we're going to be focusing on the Storm Pioneers. They are the bigger threat here, especially in heavy cover. But Max is probably going to lose his squad here if he's not careful. So a machine gun in position here, and yeah, I'm using volley fire, and he's going to try to retreat here. But he's getting another squad wiped out, so a little bit of unit preservation is lacking with Max here, but he's going to try to fix that. In fact, I almost lost my squad here if they weren't pinned, and they got pinned because of volley fire. Volley fire used to immediately pin, but they got rid of that. It was a little overpowered, and he's actually going to get away with this unit. I'm a little upset about that. So close to dying here. Anyway, I'm going to close the distance. We do have a bar in my squad here. In fact, we have a bar, and my lieutenant himself has a Thompson, so we're just going to shoot these guys over the sandbags here. And I love that you have the Thompson and the bar sound. So we did push the Germans off this, and I'm going to, even though they held this briefly, I'm going to go bring it right back onto our side here. Anyway, on this side, it's kind of a little bit of a stalemate. My opponent, I've set up defenses with riflemen on sandbags, just one sandbag each. I don't need to go crazy. But I'm going to make sure he can't take this point early on. He's going to need something like an AT gun, because he has a Wehrmacht to try to kill this. Now he's taking shots at me, but yeah, you can see he's set up along a broad front here with machine guns. And my lieutenant's going to have to fall back here from the center. Max is getting more squads out. He's even getting ready to build a mortar position right here. And that'll help give me support fire. Which the enemy does have. They do have 2 mortars here. So 2 mortars, 2 machine guns. Now here's something that my opponent is lacking. And I'm just going to... I made this mistake. In fact, I think it was number 4 on my Company of Heroes 2 Season 1. Where I was Wehrmacht and I made too many support weapons. And he's very weak to tanks. He's actually wrecking my unit here. I'm not paying attention, I don't think. And these guys are going to get wiped out here. Yeah, I was not paying attention. I think I was actually... Yes, I was setting up my machine gun in the center. And I was flanking around. So another machine gun has been outflanked here. He's nothing to really stop me. See, it's just once we get past the defenses here.
Enemies are swarming one of our emplacements.
So I'm just going to make sure to push back his mortars. I don't want them to do any damage to me. And the mortar emplacement is up now, so I'll start rapidly firing to help support. So I have to retreat my machine gun, which just literally got set up. Just gonna try to get him out of here, but that's gonna fall back. I do want my guys to outflank them. They have to retreat through us, some of these units here. Actually gonna retreat around, that's very smart. So they're forced to fall back. You can actually choose the retreat pattern of your units. We'll have to just go close to your base. And because the red player here, his base is over here and not kind of toward the south here, instead of retreating this way, they retreated this way. It's just the luck of the draw. Sometimes it can really screw over your unit too. Anyway, I'm researching more riflemen. Well, not researching, I'm producing more riflemen here. And yeah, so he built another sandbag that he's going to abandon here. And if I gotta watch this, I'm watching out for incinerators here. Let's do some damage here, but once again, I'm going to close the distance, and we're going to destroy these German troops here. Look at that Panzerschreck right there. Panzerschreck, he's actually going to retreat here, but a Panzerschreck point blank could be quite deadly. You can see he's going to run out. Bullets are flying around, and more OKW troops incoming. You guys said you liked kind of the eye candy, showing a little more of the close-ups in this game, and I think this game is cool looking, so we might as well. So these guys are going to fall back here. But the mortar is going to help. Nothing else really happens, so we might as well show these OKW units on the ground here. Mortars are landing a little close to my troops here, while we are shooting at these guys. I'm going to make sure they can't actually capture this, so I'm going to send my unit on the point. You can barely see these guys, there's a lot of corpses around here. And these guys, yep, 2 OKW soldiers have been killed on the field of battle. Now it looks like that's kind of cool, there's smoke. So really, we probably should have pushed a little bit on this side, which he's going to actually do. I'm going to support him with a Stewart. So do you remember how I was talking about my opponent has a lot of machine guns, a lot of support weapons, and some engineers and some mortars? He doesn't have anything like a basic grenadier squad. I don't think I've ever seen no one produce. I don't think I've ever seen anyone not produce a grenadier squad as a Wehrmacht. It is just such a common sense thing. Anyway, so that's going to really hurt my opponent when I get a Stewart, because he's down to stop me, except he could get an AT gun. Anyway, I'm going to kill this. I got to be careful because I know the OKW is going to look at him run right into me. I'm trying to back up here. I want to reverse out of here. So thankfully I'm going to go right through the burning wreck here, and that will help shield me from the fog of war there. Anyway, my opponent once again has a bunch of mortars here. None of his machine guns are actually set up. Machine guns don't set up anymore automatically like they used to. So you have to set them up manually, and that can really screw over a player. Now, I do believe if they see a unit, they will actually automatically set up. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's how it is. I don't really use machine guns a lot in the United States. I only have one right here, and you can see it's kind of sitting. Where is it actually sitting? Up, it's sitting on the position here. Yep. And I have my own sandbag here. This is how you use sandbags. Put them on your side so the enemy can't garrison them. Anyway, I don't want to alert my opponent that I have a Stewart, but this is the time to push here. His mortars are moving up. I think this was a misclick. Or you know what he's trying to do? He's trying to get close enough to target that mortar. They're grouped up here. And nothing can actually hurt my Stewart. So he's going to have to fall back here. But not before I wipe out one mortar squad. There's nothing that can actually hurt me right now. So this guy's, I thought I'd be able to actually kill this unit pretty easily, point blank here, but we're missing, so I'm going to have to run over their cover. You can do this with tanks also. So I need that. I'm micromanaging this tank here while manually moving it. I've actually wiped out a couple more units here. Now this machine gun is in a building. This is not a very good building, only one window and very low health already, so keep in mind the health of buildings. So I'm going to kill this. I'm going to kill this building here. One more shot and it should be dead. He should be trying to get out of here. Wow, one more shot and this building's going to collapse. Let's get some nice eye candy of his units here. And boom, building has collapsed. So machine gun killed 10 kills on this so far. Well, 9 kills. One of them was a vehicle on the other side. Max has pushed them off of their fuel here. We're getting 36 fuel. He's actually wiping out some units. I don't think he can reinforce fast enough here. Where he doesn't have manpower, but he's focusing right on the unit that has low health here. He needs to retreat all the way back to his base here. He shouldn't just let his unit die there. So Max is going to have to fall back with this unit here.
Damn Crouch just wasted some of our riflemen.
I think I lost, yes, I was not paying attention again. I lost another rifleman squad here to a flame. Now here's an AT out, which is a good response. I'm repairing my tank here. I can't believe the rifleman I lost here. I did give my guys bars, so you know, with another tip for the American players, try to get bars. They'll make your infantry so much better. Now we're going to move up with our lieutenant here with our machine gun support, and I'm actually going to use this thing that Max laid down a while ago and just upcover my units. And you can see Max also is going to land a glider in. Let's take a look at, let's get some visual of the glider. It's going to land right around here. See the battlefield, you can see there it is coming in. Look at that beautiful glider. You got the commandos coming out. The air landing officer is actually quite good. He's a nice little officer charge, and it also has a grenade. It's called a gammon bomb. Now my Stewart took out another MG here. Now my opponent has an AT, but his support units have been wiped out. The mortars, I don't think he actually recrewed the mortar. He has 2 AT guns here, so I'm pushing him back to his base. Now they're taking back the left side a little bit. There is a Puma here. You gotta pull back if you're laying down a mine. Some mistakes from Max in this game here. I made my own too. I've lost 2 of my infantry squads. Some are microing elsewhere on the battlefield.
Battalion just released a major.
And I have some rangers here. These guys, I equipped them with Thompson, so 4 out of 5 men in the squad have a Thompson. The remaining guy has a carbine. Huh, there's a little interesting signal there. Signia, whatever the thing is on their shoulder there. So I want to help Max out with the Puma, but I'm just not used to using the Stewart very much. So I definitely have my captain here to come help him. So the Puma is here. Our first shots are going to miss because we're not even aiming at the Puma. We're actually aiming at the infantry over here. So good infantry support for his Puma. I need to actually target these guys. So I'm just going to let Max heal the infantry here. The captain is good for the armor here. So he's actually going to come forward into my AT, and he might have had an order clicked on this infantry, but he's in trouble now. So my Steward is actually going to come over and try to help, but his armor is now, his light vehicle is now dead. Now I have Rangers on this side. Check this out. I can see his mortar through the fog of war, so I'm just going to toss a grenade over here. And goodbye, mortar squad. So he has his AT unit is not on target vehicle, so I see it shooting right here. So I'm going to take the ATs out and then push forward. You see these Rangers are awesome, just wiping out all these support units here. My Steward is coming forward. So I'm going to move up here. I do have another grenade ready. But the AT is the priority. Once the AT is dead, I can move into Stewart, which it is. And if he's not careful, he will lose his squad here. And that's when my opponent decided to quit. So there you go, Master T. And we also have a Cromwell out over here, which is... I love this tank in this game. It's actually very good. I would turn, personally, so your front machine gun can shoot at it. So with their field under threat again, and his whole army basically wiped out, you can see Master T only had 2 engineers. He's getting a Panzer IV, though. That could have done some real damage. Maybe the computer is getting that. I'm not quite sure. I hope you guys enjoyed this first replay. I'll see you in the next part of the video for the second match here. The reason I think our opponents lost this was, one, just all support weapons. You need to be able to have some basic grenadiers, some infantry that's mobile. Because what we saw was the machine guns, the AT, and the mortars getting outflanked, outmaneuvered by my infantry. That's pretty much what happened. And then on this side, they actually held their own pretty well. I would say they weren't able to take the center. I kept counterattacking, and Max was able to actually come right to their base and kill some units. So unit preservation was lacking on that. Especially the armor preservation with the Puma here, kind of a waste. And I'll see you guys in the second part of the video here for the second match. And welcome to match number 2. We are on Essen Steelworks. We're playing as the OKW, and we're doing a 4 vs 4 here. We're playing with Max, Lipton, and Nick, all rocking the UA clan tag here. Anyway, our opponent's saying hi. Let's talk about the battle plan here. I'm with Lipton in the south. We're going to be basically pushing up toward the fuel in the victory point. And then Max and Nick are going to be fighting over the fuel. Now, the last time I showed you this map, I was on the left side fighting for the fuel. It was a very intense match, actually. So this time we're going to be focusing on the right side here. And I want to talk about the right side a little bit on this map here. The buildings are critical, especially these 3. But the biggest one for us, because we're on this side, is this one. This is a very important building with the machine guns that the opponents can get here. Now keep in mind though, a machine gun isolated by itself, you can kind of hide behind the light cover here. Looks like a sawing board and a axe. You can actually kind of hide behind the light cover, or even the heavy cover of the car, and just shoot right into it. Now our opponent is going to rush right out the front gate here, SX-23, right into this building here. So Lipton, he get close to the building here, and they're going to hop right in it. But we're going to do a coordinated attack here. You can see I have the Kupelwagen shooting. And you can see Storm Pioneers are going to rush toward the building here. These guys look awesome. So I'm going to get behind this nice light cover here. The match is starting off with a lot of action here. And we're just going to shoot right into this building. These guys don't have a ton of health here. And you know what? I dare this guy to put his riflemen in here, because they're going to get shredded just like his other unit. And he's going to do that. So I'm totally happy he did that. Because that unit's going to have to come out the front door, which is right here. And it's going to get wiped out. So same thing's going to happen to his rifleman if he's not careful. And I welcome, you know, these guys want to hop in this building, that's absolutely fine. See how quickly, it's just a waste of a unit here. It made it impossible for them to actually get in the building here. However, rifleman in this building, or a machine gun like this Maxim this guy is going to spam, is a little different. I mean, up close we should do a good job, but now we're getting shot from the machine gun here. So even though this is an important building here, I'm sure to lift it here. Even though it's an important building, we can always get up close and personal, basically. I'm grabbing a car so I can start getting some Storm Pioneers, then a supply half-track, so I can upgrade my guys so we can get incendiary grenades for these buildings. Let's go on to this side and see what's happening here. You can see we have a little bit of an intense fight. Looks like they're shooting rifle grenades, actually, from this position here. Machine guns here. We have Max is in light blue. Oh, I'm lifting. Whoops. Max is in green and Nick is in yellow with his sniper here. Nick was joking about sniper early. I do have a series of Lipton on that. We're gonna try to get on that very shortly to get some more videos out for the DLC. We finished the main campaign. That was 8 missions. See, Nick is just sniping away at the units in this building here with this machine gun to cover as sniper, so why not? Anyway, let's go back over to this side. I'm just going to start capturing the victory point out here. Just a little bit of a drop in frames there. I'm going to have my Kupelwagen capture the munitions here. He's going to hop in this building, which is kind of bad. But I'm going to have my headquarters right here once I have enough manpower here. And now basically it goes to 4 position to upgrade and, well, not to upgrade, but to heal up our units and reinforce.
Receiving effective fire on the flank!
So yeah, this is kind of bad, but I'm just gonna have to fall back. I'm gonna fall back and capture this point, basically. They can have the victory point temporarily. None of us have actually gone to the center. We both doubled on the flanks on all our teams. And I have an MG here, an MG34, so kind of the older model, but it's still okay. You can see they're gonna charge me here. I was actually pretty surprised, but 4 minutes in, this guy actually has grenades. He probably figures for the industry. And they played other units to help, because I could have lost my heavy weapon here. But I was very surprised. I actually wiped my MG. My headquarters is almost done. I know he's going to try to retreat to this building here, so we're going to burn him out. So I'm going to run forward my bulk grenadiers. These guys can kind of stay back a little bit. So incendiary grenades going to go out here and just force them out of the building. That's all you need, is just incendiary grenades. I used to strongly disagree with incendiary grenades being used for the OKW, but I think they're actually very necessary now. Anyway, I'm going to repair my car here. And we have the fuel here, so it's really their move. We have both fuels, actually. And I'm also doing the 2-for-1 here because they're kind of shorter matches, and I don't want to just give you like a 13-minute video when I think they're both decent matches here. Anyway, my opponent once again is going to hop in. Well, we're going to see the incendiary grenade do a lot of damage to the units in this small foxhole here. He's upgrading right now, which does not surprise me. I would upgrade personally on that. You want to have a nice position here. And I probably should have just shot this and killed it here. I didn't realize he was... I would normally cancel the upgrade if I were him. But I'm trying to help Lipton out because they're actually going to push forward with machine guns here. You can see his 3 max. He's actually kind of spamming these. He's going to lose the unit over there, though. But I say, you know, let him try to go to the building side. We actually have a Maxim here. I'm going to hop in this building briefly, but it's not worth it. Actually, that's 4 Maxims. I just wiped out a Maxim. I'm going to throw... I probably should have chosen to throw an incinerator in this building here, but I chose to throw it on the mortar. And he actually canceled the building of this, so... I think he's actually going to get the... you know, maybe it's not in the territory, so he can't do that. Nope, he can do it. That's kind of dumb. You should be in your own territory with that. Slipton's actually just hopped in this house, which is hilarious because these guys have all their Maxims out there, and they're kind of forced to not do anything. Let's go on to this side here. Let's take a look at Nick's Sniper Elite here. 14 kills. Nick really does know how to use the German sniper. Nick is much better with snipers than I am. He was great with the British sniper originally when that first came out. When the British first came out, I kind of copied his... double sniper strategy he had, so... Kudos to Nick for being able to use snipers effectively, because I'm certainly not my expertise here. Alright, a lot is happening over here. I have a machine gun here to help support Lipton in the house here. He's actually stealing multiple Maxims, which is kind of funny. So I have another command post coming. I'm going to try to get the infrared surge half track here. Look at this awesome little... This was camouflage. It was actually made. And it was actually really cool. It has a nice little shield emblem right here. Double-headed eagle or something. So I can now see where the Russians are, which is good to direct counterfire on them, such as an infantry support gun. I'm not getting one personally. I don't believe in infantry support guns, especially when they destroy me many times. So Lipton just needs to hop out of this building here. There's no point in trying to hold on to this. He's actually going to lose his squad just to get out. And they also have an 82 and 120 millimeter mortar, which is firing all the way back here. That is a great distance. So I need to pull back from this captain here. If I'm not careful, I will lose my target. But they can't seem to hit anything. So we're covered here. I'm going to set up my We're both going to set up our MGs here, and Lipton can reinforce. So yeah, his captain is in the middle of the road here and in trouble. So I'm just healing up my troops here. I'm planning to do a flanking attack. I actually did a small flanking attack here and wiped out an MG that was in this house. You can see the remnants of the crew that's left there. or the bodies of the crew. So we wiped out another MG squad. So he's down to 1 MG out of 4 he originally had. They still have no fuel. Looks like they're trying to push up this way. Look at Nick with the one-man squad. So dangerous, Nick. Oh, I don't know if that was worth it. So we're denying our opponents their fuel here. And they've done a very good job of pushing these guys off the field and holding them there. Now, if they have any kind of armor to follow this up, that would be amazing. Or even some Panzer Grenadiers. Look at this. 2 kills on this. Very, very nice. Anyway, that house is going to collapse. They were actually bombarding with their mortars, so I was saying to Lipton during the match, if they kill that, good for them. That's to their advantage to have that house, not to ours. Our houses are along here, and that's it. Look at this perfect blob right here. There's only 3 units, but if we get an incendiary grenade off, Lipton and I are both going to toss one here. The Russian's going to pull out, but the Maxim is screwed here. So my unit was briefly suppressed by that machine gun, but I'm going to have to be able to crawl them away fast enough here and be able to reinforce. I also have my car right here and I have a machine gun covering it. So the OKW usually don't have machine guns. That's what's really nice about this. I actually did not use my Fallschirmjägers at all. And I've kept my units most alive. I don't think I've lost a single unit yet, and they're just healing up back here. I keep using my Storm Pioneers kind of to flank around and kill units, especially point blank with their MP-44s. Very strong gun. So the vehicle's gone static. Anyway, I have my machine gun. I'm very used to defending this field on this side, actually. And what's great is that this truck will cover my machine gun. And they almost got their squad wiped out here. Now they're going to try to flank around here. Nick did help send us. He sent us a mortar half-track as support here, which would be great because he can basically counter the enemy units. Lipton got an infantry support gun. I'm gonna have to fall back. They threw a grenade at my MG, but he's gonna get back and heal up. So, what's nice is that we're working together. Nick's half-track can see where the mortars are because of my infrared half-track there. And once again, we can actually just throw an incendiary grenade, and the buildings don't really pose that much of a threat to us. I mean, we'll use them. I got plenty of munitions here. Or I have plenty of munitions here. Proper English. So I pushed back once again. Not a lot of deaths on Lipton or my side. Well, I have 39 kills. Nick has the most. Look, there's a little bit of a blob over here. So they do have their Grenadiers on the side with their MG-42s. That's very good to counter blobs, actually. Yeah, it's going to get suppressed here because the MG was facing that way. But yeah, a lot of machine guns over here. Smoke is going down from something. Yeah, we can actually see that. Ah, off-max smoke barrage. Look at these guys getting absolutely shredded by the machine gun, Vet 2, Grenadiers, and the Panzer. They're getting, and these Grenadiers here. Look at these units in the open. And they are getting some light cover bonus, and that's basically from this, but it's directional. Keep that in mind with cover.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
So they destroyed these guys on this side here. And we're taking this back once again. And I have a Panzer IV on the field. And this is when Hans, the purple player, decides to quit. He was a max rank. Max ranks don't usually blob up like that. Anyway, they decided to quit. So we gave to our opponents in both games. I enjoyed playing that. Just remember, support weapons. If you blob them, you could get outflanked and destroyed. So try to mix in some Grenadiers. Now the Russian player had like 5 Maxims out. And his only real main infantry were these guard rifles, but they didn't do a whole lot of damage in this battle. Try to get some conscripts, some other kind of units, you know, don't just spam one type of infantry, because we can look at only type of support unit, because look what we see on the field. An abandoned Maxim, and an abandoned mortar. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. COD4Man221 signing off.